You're listening to another Geek Pride podcast. Welcome to Gentlemanly Chats.
Think of stuff.
Hello and welcome to Gentlemanly Chats. I am the legendary beard, Mr. Miguel Orvis II, and with me today, as I was going to say a decade ago, but that's not what I meant. So,
I know
as 10 episodes ago, you saw them, Jim and Smoo saw them with your ears. If someone's got synesthesia, then they don't understand what I'm talking about. So I think that you should stop being so disrespectful to people who've got synesthesia. You're rude and a little bit racist.
I'm a fucking bitch, sorry.
If I'm honest.
What can I say?
Hello. With me, as I say as always, they're not. With me, every 10 episodes, are my lovely friends Jim and Smoo. I've gone all the way to Swindonia, where I have escaped the clutches of Kent.
Haven't really upgraded there though, have you?
Still a downgrade coming to Swindon.
Kent.
Yeah. I mean, we're
Same
literally
scummy crackheads and whores, isn't it?
Yeah, well, at least we're called the Garden of England. What have you got? What's your tagline?
Fucking pentagram roundabout, motherfucker.
Is that on the sign?
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to Swindon. Fucking pentagram roundabout, motherfucker. Like 7 R's.
Yeah.
XOXO.
We are twinned with Disneyland, aren't we?
Yep.
There we go. Yeah.
And no, we don't
Swindon
get free
and
tickets.
Disneyland. Yay.
Okay, so I haven't podcasted in a while, guys. Let's brush over this as quickly as we possibly can because I don't want to get sad and dwell on it. But as you've probably noticed in the last couple of episodes, I've been a little bit sad. The reason for that is that my relationship was fucking crumbling and has now completely crumbled into the tea of life. The digestive that was my relationship has snapped in half
And is sediment at
and
the
is
bottom
now
of the
sediment
cup.
at the bottom of the cup. I've thrown out the cup and am now a single cup.
Is that because dipping biscuits into tea is just
Are you like
generally wrong?
Mrs. Potts and Chip then? You like this little broken cup?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
I'm a little
I have
broken
to
cup.
love you
Another
now.
Disney
Just-
reference.
Yeah, I'm a little broken cup. Yes, so you might not be hearing any more from Hannah on the podcast. Sorry. There was supposed to be another podcast with her in it, but
That didn't work.
it didn't work out, much like my relationship. Anyway, welcome to Gentlemanly Chats. I'm the legendary beard Mike Orvis, and with me today is young Jim and young Smoo in place of young Nicholas. They're both wearing blonde wigs. It's just helping me deal with Nick not being here.
We're pretending to be young. We're 10 years older than he is. So.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Plus.
Yeah, and it shows. It really...
Fuck you.
They go to bed at 9. It's shocking. I'm up till 5 like... I'm single Mike! There's pie!
Banging on the floor. Michael, turn it down.
Will you bloody behave? I wish it was that. I'm just drinking coconut water and doing push-ups, which I guess is a more healthy lifestyle choice. Anyway, enough about my shit life. Let's focus on cool things. So, for those of you that haven't listened to the podcast ever before, why the fuck are you listening to episode 57? What are you doing? Go back and listen to number 1 if you can find it. Back when it was called Mike and Nick's Gentlemanly Chats. But for those of you that don't know the podcast, this is a roundtable discussion about random geeky things.
It's a rectangle.
Fuck off. It's a roundtable discussion about random geeky things and a little bit of plogging. Podcast blogging, I guess.
Yeah, go you.
The first, we don't have a lot of sections in this show, but one of the first sections that we do have is normally, if anyone writes in, by the way, I can totally read your shit out.
Write anywhere?
I should probably. A couple of people have actually written in. Yeah, I've had a request for a specific episode, so I'm going to be doing that further on down the line.
Tell us more.
Someone's asked about. They want to hear my and a panel's thoughts on social media and how it's changed, kind of how the role it's had in the last 10 years of society, and I think it's going to be quite interesting.
So can we do that in 10 episodes time so I can be in on that one?
Well, yeah, I was thinking of getting you involved because you've recently you've not quit. I still don't really understand that, so I want to talk about that a little bit later actually. just hardcore grill you as to your life choices. Because for those of you that don't know me, if I'm not aggressively trying to get you to
help us,
self-affirm, then I probably don't care about you. That's sorry. So anyway, the way the show goes is we start off with some good bits, because typically we go into moaning and bitching about things. So it's going to be, I have to think of new things. Mike's likes, Jim's
Jubblies.
Sorry. We don't want to put them on. Jim, put them away. Jim, not on the mic. Come on. Put them away. They're huge.
I do have a nice set of smooth criminals down there.
They are like 2 Death Stars fighting in a leather satchel. Replete with lasers.
I have boobs though, so I win.
Alright, okay.
She does.
Well, fucking hell. Like, it's not a competition, Smoo. Smoo's right. Mike's likes Smoo's not blue, and
that's lame. Think of something.
Jim's quims, I guess. What? I don't know. Basically, we do Mike's likes and Nick's picks, and then Dave's faves, and then Richie's kind of fond of stuff. Because nothing rhymes with Richie.
Bitchy.
Yeah,
Richie's not bitchy.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Sure. So I'm gonna start. I mean, I'm pretty predictable. Normally it's music. This week it's definitely music. Two massive things that have kind of happened to me this week music-wise. A drummer called Anup Sastry, I hope I've pronounced that right, who's released an EP called Bloom. It is the grooviest shit I've ever heard. It's like a big genty kind of nonsense instrumental thing, and it's the tits. I fucking love it. And if you're so inclined, you can just sing your own vocals over the top and sound like you're in Periphery. Way! And mention, as I ever do in this fucking podcast, at least once, Haken. Lads.
Of course.
Lads. Haken. Affinity came out on Friday, so that's literally like yesterday, and I've not stopped listening to it. It is incredibles. I mentioned, not on this podcast, but on another podcast, that The Endless Knot, which is a track of the album, it could be the perfect song.
Beautiful.
It's fucking great. It's exactly the kind of polyrhythm. I'm getting a phone call. Give me 1 second.
Oh my god, Mike.
I'm going to take this phone call. I'm going to take this phone call right live. I'm going to take this phone call right live.
Hi, you're...
Hello, friend that's calling me. You're live on my podcast right now. How do you feel about that?
You need to put him on speaker so we can hear.
No. Or her. Could be her, you know. He's
could be a her.
right now.
You don't know.
Could be. Yeah.
Fuck off. Hello.
Giggity.
Is it Nick? Is he jealous?
I think I'm being bum-dialed.
You're being bum-dialed?
Bum-dialed by who?
Bum-dialed live on a podcast.
Is it a nice bum?
This is my life.
Is it a nice bum?
I don't know.
Who's the friend?
Oh, I guess I'm going to leave it.
Oh, that's kind of disappointing.
Very
I was
shitty,
expecting
not
drama.
I was expecting a little bit of like a conversation. Anything? Oh,
you should literally do a call-in show. That would be so funny.
We should do it. It would
be funny. Like,
incredible.
What can we ask now? What can we ask now?
Right, Vamp. I'm gonna text this person and ask them if they bum-dialed me. Let's see if we can get a bit of drama.
Oh yes.
A bit of interesting.
Like
right. Fucking right. Haken. Let's get this out of the way first. Haken Affinity is perfect. Go and buy it. It's it's like an incredible mix of like modern wubby breakdowny nonsense and incredible polyrhythms, and this really cool 80s core. Particularly the tracks Architect and 1985 are just they're 80s to the bone. You can have them in the background of like Commando or Predator or something, or Kung Fury to mention like recent. It's a fucking great, really really good. Check it out. Cheers, Haken, for being brilliant. I'm going to see them on the 26th of May with my now ex. That's not going to be awkward at all. Woohoo! Sweet.
Just leave her at the back, just moping, and then you can just fucking bounce around like a nut job, like you normally do.
How dare you? I'm reserved at gigs. So Smoo.
Hello.
Some sort of media that you have consumed, or just a thing. Could be a feeling you get.
Media. I've mostly been watching Civil War trailers and being hyped for Civil War. And then seeing Civil War.
Well, we're going to talk about that in a bit, aren't we?
Indeed.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've been quite off the media, really.
She's been a social hermit for the past
couple
of weeks since not having a phone.
Yeah, I mean,
who doesn't have a phone?
I know. Let's
really
can't get hold of me.
Let's pencil that in.
Yes.
For we'll talk about that before we talk about Civil War, because I think Civil War's probably going to take up large chunk of the
a
podcast.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Jimothy, what have you liked?
I've been
What's been
consuming.
tickling your pickle?
I've been consuming Jay and Bob Get Old
Excellent.
a lot. I've kind of been.
Yeah, you can talk about another podcast on here. That's fine.
Indeed. I've just been listening to that going to work on a bus and looking like a fucking nutcase while laughing next to some random as I've been. Yeah, it's.
Oh, and it's Swindon, so they're really fucking random.
It is. But no, in sort of particular, the most recent ones after Christmas and stuff. When he talks about Star Wars and the Flash lot and blubbing over his.
Oh my god.
Yeah, when he watched a particular episode of the Flash and was blubbing, and that's brilliant.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I'm starting to get into podcasts a bit more because I don't really listen to a lot, and I should.
I think you should probably listen to this one more.
I do. I do listen to this one more.
Just saying.
Just gonna put that out.
But yeah, but aside from that, I have been enjoying Civil War a lot as well and stuff.
And stuff. Right, both of you have mentioned Civil War, so it's definitely going to have to be a conversation that we have. Okay, so Smoo.
Hello.
You have sort of kind of quit social media.
Yes.
Do you want to explain your fucking self? So you lost your phone. You fucked your phone up.
No. My 1 month old phone that was sold to me with the big fact that it's got Gorilla Glass and it's unbreakable, and it fell 4 to 6 inches off of a duvet onto my floor where there was nothing.
Right.
And cracked from corner to corner and
Jesus.
is unusable.
Like a perfect crack as well. It's not one of these sort of spider fucking things
it
like it's hit
didn't,
something.
hit a stone or anything. It just broke.
But yeah,
Can't afford to
unusable.
get it fixed.
Name and shame. Who was it? Who sold you it?
It's Carphone Warehouse.
Fuck you, Carphone Warehouse.
And it's a Sony Xperia Z5 compact. I think.
Yeah.
Carphone Warehouse.
Apart from that, I was good phone. I was quite enjoying it.
You hurt my friend Smoo. And I don't think that's acceptable. So you've got 5 days.
We're coming for you
We are.
with bats,
You won't know when. You won't know where.
but soon.
But I have a very particular set of skills. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Liam Neeson.
Just a bit of
No, keep going with that voice.
every now.
I was almost there.
Oh yeah, okay. I've been told that recently. It's odd, yeah. It's been quite nice. Like just to go back to me, because fucking why?
It's all about me.
Clearly, after fucking talking about myself. Yeah, it's been odd. Like a couple of friends have kind of come out of the woodwork and been like, "Hey, you're sexy." I'm like, "Oh, fucking no, I'm not. No, I'm not." It's like, where the fuck were you? Yeah, it's good. Apparently, I have a.
Hey, Mike, call me.
Yeah, it's all dudes. All dudes. Yeah.
All the dudes, all the time.
All the big burly dudes. Yeah, they're like, "Yeah, you want to go to a bear meat?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course I do." Anyway, so you so your phone was
My phone
rendered
broke.
fuckable.
Couldn't afford to fix it.
Right.
So I've been sans phone, and in that, my social media is not directly in my pocket at my fingertips all the time. I've kind of gone, okay, this is quite cool. And then just from when I do check in on Facebook, it's all people. You know when people just stalk your page to see what you're doing, and then they catch up with you in the street and they pick you up on things that, they're like, oh, so you've been doing this, trying to... It's like they're trying to get information out of you to pry into your lives.
Isn't that what social media is?
Yeah, and I hate it. That's why I'm not doing it anymore.
Okay.
I just can't.
So when she gets a phone
fucking
back,
hate
she probably
people.
won't reinstall Facebook.
I just don't like people.
Social media is probably not the one for you then.
No, probably not.
Well, you recently, I don't know how much you want to go into this bit, and if I'm prime, we'll edit this out. But like, you recently quit the Facebook business you were running.
Yeah.
So maybe, do you feel that like maybe that's part of the contribution? That's part of the reason that's contributed to why you've.
I don't think so, actually.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
You didn't really have a lot of social media interaction with that side of things yourself. That was kind of a...
Yeah, no, that was just sort of the odd contact through the page sort of thing, and not a lot else really. But no, I don't think that's had a major thing to do with it. But I suppose because I'm not there doing that all the time, it's just... a bit more to my little recluse bubble that I'm slowly becoming more of.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little worrying, but fucking crack on. I genuinely think, Smoo, that you might have some form of SAD. I think when the sun goes away, you genuinely get a bit like, I mean, I do it after about, I think it's by about November, I'm just like, oh, fuck my life.
Yeah, totally, because, I mean, he'll tell you, if the sun's coming through the windows, I'm like, James, wake up, let's go out, let's go, let's have an adventure. Let's go to the seaside, let's go to a castle. Oh my god! Let's go and do shit!
Yeah.
But yeah. But at the moment, it's too cold, it's too windy, it's too grey, I fucking hate life, I'm going to stay in my house.
Yeah.
But the sun's starting to come out now again, so,
No, it's not, it's still fucking freezing. I'm here, I've got a duvet on me, I'm that cold. I'm in my house, with the heating's on, and I've still got a duvet. And it's grey.
Right, you guys are from, like, you know, weird and wonderful parts. Is it a duvet or a quilt cover?
It's a duvet.
This is a quilt cover. The duvet is inside.
What? But that's not a quilt cover.
Well, you can
because
call the
it's
duvet
not
a quilt.
No, but that's not a quilt because a quilt is like fabric sewed together, right?
Yes, but that's an actual quilt. You can patchwork, and it's all one thing. You can't take the cover off of it, so that it technically is no quilt covers. Because when you quilt something, the stuffing is sewn into the...
Yeah. Okay.
You didn't get me?
You get me.
You get me.
So it's
we're talking bear. Welcome to Quilt Chats.
So technically, this is a duvet.
I'm MC Padding. Yeah, we're going to talk about mad quilts. We've got patchwork that are coming up.
Sorry, can we do
in
like
10
knitting
minutes?
and crochet after? Cause
like gangster knitting.
Yeah, trust me. I've done like.
Are we going to talk tog ratings and
I've
everything?
knitted in a tree.
What's up, you bumper class? We're going to talk crochet in 5 minutes. We got the 96. World champion crocheter Mavis Marbles. I don't know why. She's from a Marvel comic, yeah? She's going to be showing you the I don't know crochet. This whole premise is falling apart. We're going to show you some mad chain stitching up in this bitch. You're going to be able to make something for your mums, for your paps, yeah? For your sister. Not for your brother, yeah, because that's a bit gay. But listen, man, you're going to make bear quilts. And by that, I mean literal quilts for bears, man. You're going to take that shit out into the woods. You're going to be like, yo, man, you're having a little bit of a hibernation. I'm going to give you this quilt. You're going to stay nice and toasty warm. Like that.
Yeah, totally.
Excellent, good.
So yeah, this is technically it's a duvet cover.
Excellent,
but
good.
People just call it a quilt cover.
People are pricks.
Yeah. Yes.
So, but
fucking
duvet cover, quilt, hand sewn,
Listen,
machine stitch.
If you call it a quilt, you're a dick.
You're an upper class tough twat.
I said it. Good, cool. Because I had an argument with someone about that the other day.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Well, where are we? So quilts. Civil War. We're now at we're a quarter of the way through the podcast already. Let's talk Civil War. What were your thoughts, Jim?
If I was going to do it in one word, I'd say disappointed. But if I was to elaborate, I'm only
because this is a podcast that's an hour long.
I know.
We've just got Civil War.
Word.
Cool. That's been Gentlemanly Chats. Thank you very much. Elaborate.
No. I was disappointed because if you've read the book, you're not going to be seeing what you've read at all.
No, but I mean that's to be expected, isn't it?
I know, but it's not even that. They didn't transcribe it perfectly like it would have been done from a Frank Miller comic, Sin City, something like that. But it's more that they've included the base premise of Civil War and then just removed everything else. So it's a good Marvel movie. I'm not going to say it's not good because it's very good, very entertaining. But it's for me, it's not Civil War.
Okay, that's fair.
It doesn't.
Do you feel like they've misused the name?
Absolutely.
I think they've. It's like false advertising for comic book nerds.
Ooh.
If you're going to slap Civil War on a Marvel movie, you're going to think it's going to be carnage. Quite
carnage.
Not carnage.
Don't get me excited. I like carnage.
Not. You know what I mean? You think it's going to be quite brutal, quite upsetting. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
No.
It was still very entertaining.
It was Winter Soldier 2.
Yeah.
Son of Winter.
Absolutely.
It was like Captain America, the Frozen Chronicles.
Yeah, it was great. It was really enjoyable. Really liked it.
It's a bloody good movie, but it's not Civil War.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I I feel the same way. There are a couple of like weird plot points for me that kind of stuck out. I'd probably have to watch it again to like give it a full analysis.
Yeah.
If you want a more in-depth analysis, by the way, of Civil War in a more kind of filmy aspects, listen to one of the podcasts I'm in, the League of Infinite Justice. I probably won't be in the Captain America episode because I'm here, but they are obviously very good. Richie and Mark will probably have it covered. The question I've got for you guys is, who are Marvel movies for?
At the moment, Marvel movies,
Yeah.
if you ask the cast, Marvel movies are kids' movies.
Right.
If you ask Chris Evans, all that lot, they are making them for kids.
And I do.
Yeah.
Regularly when we work out together.
I think they're for everyone, but I think they're
Yeah.
targeting mainstream who don't have a clue. They don't read the books. They don't know what characters are who until they're introduced. And hello, my name's Scarlet Witch, and I do all this shit with my hands. Maybe rephrase that.
And, you know, it's more that because they're kind of they're creating movies for people who aren't necessarily comic book nerds, but they are trying to get people into comic books. It's the perfect medium for it. But when you have stuff based on an intellectual property that's loved so much, like Civil War is, you are snubbing the fans in a way.
Yes and no, in my opinion. In my opinion, like fucking, this is all conjecture and bullshit, right? We're just grown adults talking about fictional characters, you know. Fucking
fictional.
1,000 years ago, we'd be talking
Captain
about
America's real, man.
Jesus and stuff. He is maybe for you.
Jesus is the first.
Well, comic books,
the first mutant.
Well, yes,
fucking apocalypse.
That is the second best premise we've come up with all fucking day, and we're going to talk about the first one because it's fucking brilliant. It was a DC comic that will never get made, but
Totally.
like, fuck me, Jesus was the first mutant. That is fucking great. And if you didn't know, Marvel own the rights to Jesus in comic books.
Really?
Yes.
Winning.
I've got a comic book. I've got a comic book knocking around from the early. It's either the early 90s or late 80s. I'll have to check it and go and rummage through my single issues. Yeah. But I've legitimately got the Easter story. We've
totally got to. We'll have to script it and submit it to Marvel or something.
Jesus was the.
That'd be amazing.
Just fucking send it to Marvel. Hey, do you want loads and loads of hate mail? I've come up with this. Also, if Jesus was the first mutant, his powers aren't that great. I can make lots of food appear. I can
turn water into.
I can make beverages alcoholic, and so he's got transmogrification. He's got a healing factor, and. In fairness, it's not a very good healing factor, because if you'd have stuck Wolverine up on the cross, he'd have gone, this fucking sucks, rip, schnick, schnick, schnick. But Jesus went, oh, this fucking hurts, and then he got stabbed, and then...
pretended to die, and then fucked off.
Yeah, pretended to die. Went into a Kryptonian healing coma. Maybe Jesus was Superman. Fuck.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is incredible.
But either way, if you're going to make a movie, you've got to get Kevin Smith to direct it.
Why?
Because, you know, he's there with the fucking... religious hate mail receiving kind of situation. I mean, he picketed his own movie when Dogma came out. I mean, that was genius.
Yeah, but I mean, I think there's hope for Mr. Kevin. I'm not saying like he's doing well. Like he doesn't need my fucking support. Although I do have a tattoo of 37 in hockey font, Kevin, and you did like my tweet the other week. So I mean, if you do want to get in touch, I love you. Please talk to me. Kevin's kind of gone into this weird kind of making movies for himself.
He's making the shit that he wants to make.
I really want to see how this Flash episode pans out, because I think that will be the, you know, given that he's written Green Arrow, Daredevil, Batman, and probably a handful of others that I'm not aware of.
Green Hornet.
Oh yes, of course he did, and he wrote Batman 66 with Ralph Garman as well. Yeah. Finished fucking Bellicosity already, you bloody knob. It's a 3-part story, and something really quite important happened in Act 2, and I need Act 3 because it's driving me fucking insane. Anyway, tangent aside, Kevin, please come on, sort your life out. It's like, I'm like, fuck you, dude. I'm like making movies.
He was going to contact you after that plea, and now just totally.
It's just not happening at all.
I still have your tattoo. Please love me.
Love me.
I'm legitimately thinking of getting, his dog Shecky, just getting like the wiener dog above the 37. I think that'd look quite good, like a little like the little outline of it. I think that'd be nice. Any fucking way, because then I'll always have a wiener dog with me, and it won't just be in my dreams. For those of you who don't know,
6 months.
6 months. I'm going to get a dog. I'm going to be moving in with Noob Grinds Dave. That's exciting. Yeah, it's going to be. But he doesn't want to give the house a name. That makes me sad.
Oh, Dave!
Right, thank you.
Name the fucking house.
Yeah, I know, right? This is what I was saying, because I've always had a little name for the house. Even
By
if
the
it's
way,
been
we
in and
are
out.
podcasting from the Jim and Smoo Borough.
Exactly. See,
yeah, house has a name.
See, Dave.
Pull your finger out, Dave.
It can be the Love Lorvis house.
The Love Lorvis.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, and my basement's going to be in the bedroom. My bedroom's going to be in the basement as well. So I'm literally going to be a
girls,
basement dwelling nerd.
His bedroom's in the basement, so make sure there's another exit so you can escape.
They don't need another exit. Why would you?
Don't they all run screaming and broken from you?
Oh, they're certainly broken. I wouldn't say there's any running and screaming. Anyway, so Civil War.
Civil War.
He said, segueing effortlessly back to the point. Yeah, I agree. If you're a hardcore fan, there's going to be things that are probably going to upset you. There were some plot points as a film. I'm looking at this as a film. There are some plot points that were a little ambiguous. Spoilers, obviously, we're talking about a movie, so you probably want to wait until you've seen it. This won't come out for a couple of weeks after Civil War's come out anyway. I've got a whole backlog of podcasts to put up. So anyway, so that's it. Podcast ruined. You coughed.
Sorry.
That's it. Go back to square one. That's it. Start again. Hello and welcome to Jim. No, so like Tony Stark telling Spider-Man he was done. There was literally no reason for him to do that. Spider-Man just kicked the shit out of Giant Man. He's a little bit knackered because this is his first proper super fight. And all of a sudden Tony's like, yeah, you're done here, kid. Why?
And yet, to be fair, he's handled himself really fucking well.
Yeah, he absolutely has.
He was probably
Very
my favourite part of the whole
Spider-Man,
movie,
actually.
if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Best live action
Spider-Man.
Yeah, representation of Spider-Man I've ever seen.
Definitely.
I was really apprehensive about Tom Holland because the circumstances as to Andrew Garfield's departure from Sony are spurious and childish. Yeah. For those of you that don't know, to cut a long story short, the head of Sony was hosting a party where he was going to announce Andrew Garfield as the Spider-Man in Amazing Spider-Man 3. Andrew Garfield turned up to the party, but he was either drunk, off the end of a coke bender, or genuinely ill. He slept through the night and didn't go to the party. The leader of Sony film felt snubbed, threw a massive paddy and kicked Andrew Garfield off of the Spider-Man project, and then they got in Tom Holland, who was a way better candidate than Asa fucking Butterfield, because if you'd have done that, I'd have fucking rioted. So well done.
From Ender's Game?
Yeah. It's just,
God, no.
Yeah, just some fucking tweaker. Yeah, so Tom Holland did a fantastic job as Peter Parker. I don't mind him being like a teenager.
No,
at all. I think they really nailed it. Yeah. I mean, if we're looking at Civil War, then Peter Parker at this point's in his late 20s.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
But like I say, there's a lot of. I mean, the comic centers around Spider-Man revealing himself to the public, and that didn't happen in movies. So
which would have been fucking cool, right?
Yeah.
If I was Marvel, what I would have done is sat with Fox and gone, right, we need to talk about your contract, because there's a Spider-Man contract, and Spider-Man always has to be white. He always has to be between the age of 15 and 20 something, and he's got Uncle Ben's got to be dead, and blah 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 blah. I'd have fucked that right out of the window. We would have had Spider-Man. We would have had Spider-Man, right?
Okay.
Rock up. And we would have had Spider-Man reveal his secret identity and go, I'm with the Sokovia fucking thing. I don't know why they just call it the Registration Act, but whatever. Yeah. I'm with the Sokovia ratification or whatever the fuck it's called. Accords. The Sokovia Accords. Yeah. I'm with the Sokovia Accords, and to prove that, I'm going to reveal my identity. My name is Peter Parker. That was something that they missed out of the film as well. There wasn't enough of a focus on. Yeah, and there wasn't enough of a focus. Shit, my PC's about to die. Pause the podcast. And we're back. Okay, so that's a really weird skip for you now, because it's turning, and we're back. Yeah, so what I would have done, so Peter Parker's like, and there wasn't enough stuff about secret identities, which was the whole,
definitely.
like, that's one of the biggest arguments that Cap had.
Jigsaw piece missing.
Yeah. That, you know, like, I'm not revealing my fucking secret identity, but I mean, they kind of already know that Captain America, I think they call him like Captain Steve Rogers in the news articles, but like, you know, it's probably quite important that we don't know T'Challa is a Black Panther. You know, you don't want the king of a sovereign nation attacking,
as a vigilante,
being a rogue combatant, essentially.
I was quite impressed with Black Panther as well.
Yeah, man, that was really cool. That was really cool.
Him and Spider-Man kind of stole it for me, I think.
Yeah, dude,
definitely.
absolutely, yeah. And what I would have done is really focused on that secret identity thing, and then have Peter Parker reveal himself, and then, you know, so people who are invested, people who know anything about Spider-Man, like, holy shit, like, it's fucking like, this is crazy. Then you have Spider-Man working for the other side, right? Underoos, fucking flip, right, fine. All of that stuff happens. You cut to the car park fight scene, right? Or out of fucking nowhere, Spider-Man maybe has Cap cornered. He's pinned him down with the webs. He's really webbed him up, and he's like, I really don't want to do this, Cap, but I'm going to have to knock you out, and I've got to take the shield back to Tony.
Yeah.
He goes to take it, and then you just hear whip. And then the shield gets whipped out of Spider-Man's hand. He's like, "Ooh, what's going on?" And he's like, "You know that I can't let you do this." And you're like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
Cut to Miles Morales Spider-Man in the black and red outfit.
Yeah.
That'd have been awesome.
And then you watch Spider-Man v Spider-Man, but no one knows who the fuck that is.
Yeah.
And you save that shit till the end.
Yeah.
But the whole time you're like, "That's fucking Miles Morales." And if we're being honest, I know Sony have said no, but Donald Glover, just cast.
Totally. Oh my god, yes.
Donald fucking Glover as Spider-Man already.
Only one option.
Just cast him as Spider-Man. He looks fucking incredible. I took a picture the other day in my Batman onesie because, you know, the internet went mental about him in a Spider-Man onesie. So I thought I'll just snap this, and hopefully no responses so far, no likes or retweets. But
if I was on social media,
man can fucking dream, guys. Man can dream. I will be Batfleck one day.
Maybe if you've got like a Batman posing
the Dark Mike on Twitter. Let's go and find this picture.
All right, cool. Yeah, have you not seen it?
No, I have not seen it. I was unaware.
I'm looking good. Like, it fits me now. Like, not to keep going on, but I've recently lost a fuckload of weight, and that
seriously, he's looking good.
Thanks.
That's all right, darling.
Yeah, like it fits me now, and I felt a bit like, I'm gonna take a little picture of myself, a little picture, which I believe in the dating game is called peacocking.
However, his most recent tweet is taking the piss out of our house.
What?
He's a little bit, yeah. Do you want to read it out?
No.
It says, "I'm in a house with 3-ply. This is it. I've made it." The picture of our fucking toilet roll.
They've got 3-ply toilet roll. It's pretty impressive. I've been dealing with 1-ply and sadness. And,
1-ply.
Just wiping my ass with sad thoughts.
Michael, when you leave, you can take a roll with you.
What? Nelly, you spoil me.
Oh my god!
Mike in his Batman onesie.
She's gone. I think I've rendered her speechless. It's just me in a onesie. Like, it's not anything to.
I know, but it's Batman.
Yeah.
But you do have your balls hanging out.
Yeah, there is that too.
Yeah. Those are fake balls that I've put over the top of my real balls. It's like that tattoo I got of a bigger dick on my dick. It's really useful. Anyway, so like, yeah, that's how I would have done it. I would have changed Civil War to do that. Yeah, it wasn't Civil War. It was like your kid said it's like Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I'm assuming he's stolen that from somewhere.
No, he just came up with that.
Oh, okay. Well, fucking done. So yeah, it's like it's a bit colder than last time, Soldier.
Yeah.
April showers.
Brackets. Fucking hell. Is that fucking heat on?
Captain America, it's a bit fucking nippy in it.
I tell you what would have been really cool when they went to that place in the middle of nowhere. You just open the door, Superman's in there, like, what the fuck are you doing? This is my fortress. Fuck off.
I did like Ant-Man though.
Yes.
I've only done this in a lab and I passed out last time.
The comedy is always brought with him.
I do like it.
Him.
Yeah. The banter between the superheroes was really good. You know, the Marvel movies do have the old superhero banter down to a fine art.
Brilliant.
Where it was kind of lacking in like Batman v Superman. I love the film, but like, the issue with you kind of thing was a bit contrived and a bit like, let's crash in on the humour. Because there's plenty of humour to be had in DC. You just have to...
They're just being too serious in the movies at the moment.
Yeah. Well, you have to flip the premise, essentially. Not in a Deadpool way of like, whoa, balls, funny. And I like the movie, but it's beside the point. You have to play to the character's strengths, and there's plenty to be had. Superman is an alien, so you play on that. You play on the fact that Batman is grimdark all the time. So if Batman shows a bit of compassion, you freak out. There's an incredible bit in one of the, I think it's Crisis on Infinite Earths, where Batman's glad that Nightwing's alive, and he's walking up to him and he's smiling, and Nightwing's like, who the fuck are you? You're not Batman. And he's like, no, it's me, it's Bruce. I'm really proud of you. And he's like, you are not Batman. What the fuck? And like runs away from him, and he's like, well, I'm just proud of him. Which that's comedy. That's funny. So I didn't really understand the whole Iron Man dumping Spider-Man for little to no reason, but then also kind of building him more tech. I didn't understand the spider light at the end of the.
I don't know. Is it hinting at Iron Spider eventually? Or?
Well, no, because the spider light is something that has been a trope in the comics for a while, but like a really weird, wanky trope that we don't really see anymore. The last time I saw the spider light used was in the first episode of Howard the Duck, in the comic, and he's literally like hanging from a wall, like. And it's attached to his belt, and it's really weird. I don't understand why you need the spider signal. It's very, very odd. I didn't really understand that. What would have been cool is if you'd looked up there and you'd had the schematics to the Iron Spider, because the rumors were that there were costume designs for 2 different Spider-Man costumes. So I don't know whether that meant the 2 we saw, the shit one and the all right one. With the tiny spider.
I did like the photoshopped GIFs that we saw before Civil War came out, when the trailer came out.
Yeah.
Somebody had shopped a gift so that it was Iron Spider.
The Iron Spider, really and then they did a whole bunch of them. They did the black one.
There was
and
the Morales suit.
That was awesome. It just, the ending just seemed really contrived and weird. It's like everyone's had the ever-present danger was removed.
Yeah.
The whole I'm going to split the Avengers up because I'm Baron Zemo didn't, like, if you've got them trapped in an underground bunker,
just kill them.
Just gas the place. Yeah. Surely, like no one was getting out of that place alive. What was with the weird missile silo closing? It didn't make any sense because they didn't come in through the missile silo. So it's just like, all right, well we'll just
go out the door.
It's like someone's come in and you've just walked up to the back door and gone ha ha, and then gone, well I'll just go out that way then. No. Don't do that. I don't know why Baron's it. Like maybe one of the Avengers dumped him recently. I don't know. Maybe he tried hitting on Iron Man. I was like, don't swing that way. He's like, fuck, I'm gonna split you up then because you're your friends. It was just a really weird plot. And then the whole kind of sub thing about there are these other super soldiers, and you're like, oh shit, this is going to kick off big style. You know, even if it's going to be like a third act reveal, and we're only going to see them for a little bit. But no, dead, all of them dead.
Yeah,
that was a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, I've killed them all. Why? Why do you literally have the book? You have the book with the star in it. You have the shutdown codes and the I don't know what the programming, the mental programming to control these fuckers. And they're all as strong as the Winter Soldier, as we saw in the flashback. And you're just going to shoot them in the head. For no reason.
Yeah. There wasn't any motive for that at all. So.
Yeah. And also, I'm kind of sick of the plot of every Captain America film to be, we're going to make another Captain America. It's kind of like every Hulk movie is, we're going to make another Hulk. You're just like, cool, fucking sweet. Let's focus on something else. Bring back Red Skull. Bring back, if you're going to have Baron Zemo, then make him an evil fucker.
Do it properly.
That torture scene was interesting, but also, if we're being honest, that dude's head wasn't low enough in the water. If I was in that situation, I was literally thinking, if I was in that situation, I'd literally just be thrashing my head left and right.
I have a thing, I don't like underwater scenes. It makes me claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Didn't get a single thing from that.
Yeah, no.
You
wouldn't
just lift your head up a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, he's hanging upside down, but he's not restricted by his chest, is it? So
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. It's
lean forward a little bit.
Just weird. And if you, the way that he was, like, I know we're ripping apart. I'm nitpicking a movie about superheroes and explosions and cosmic beings, But if you're gonna like be, this guy's a real badass. You could have had some more brutal torture, I guess. And that's not. I'm lobbying for more brutal torture in Disney films, please. I want them to do a gritty reboot of Snow White. They did that.
Yeah, let's not talk about that either.
Yeah. When the marketing for your movie is a week before the movie, you're either brilliant or terrible. And 10 Cloverfield Lane was really good, and Snow White and the Huntsman wasn't.
Yes.
So,
fun fact about Disney princes, though.
Disney princes.
Prince Eric from The Little Mermaid is the only Disney prince that doesn't sing.
Has he never sung?
No.
All right. Okay. I've never watched the film Tangled. Right?
Haven't you? It's brilliant. I love it.
It is quite fun.
Okay.
Frying pans. Who knew, right?
Someone was. I was scrolling on social media, and someone was dressed as her. I guess it's cosplay. Someone was dressed as her, and I kind of realised that was like an amalgamation of the last 5 women I've been out with. It's like tall, blonde, big eyes, boobs,
lots of hair,
kind of ditzy. Yeah. Kicks a little bit of arse. I was like, oh shit.
Hits you in the face with a frying pan.
I have a type, and apparently it's that chick. Yeah, it's really weird. Anyway,
she's so much hotter when her hair gets cut off, though, and she's got brown hair.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Spoilers again, by the way.
Sorry, yeah.
To Tangled? I don't think anyone who's listening to Gentlemanly Chats is going to look like, oh, well, this is fucking bullshit!
The hardcore Disney fans type
Fuck
in.
you!
I don't know. I think you'll be surprised you might have a secret sort of, like you like.
Well, I'd like if they watched the whole. I watched like if they watched the whole of the episode of Gentlemanly Chats, then, so that we had the viewing figures to reflect that, Jim. If I'm honest, not that I don't love the 20 to 40 of you that do listen. I'm incredibly grateful. I just as a little bit of housekeeping before we get back to Civil War. I definitely tried to get this on iTunes, but it was a no by management, unfortunately. Sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not going to naysay the people who get this, who allow this to be out there. Not to say this could, not come out in another format, but I really wanted this to come out on iTunes and go under Audio Boom, because I think it's a really good podcasting platform. But alas, it was shit canned. There's a lot going on at the older offices of Geek Pride at the minute, and I'm sort of. I had my say, and now I'm staying out of it and kind of just going to let the dust settle and continue making this podcast. That's all you really need to know. It's no drama, no fucking anything. Unless, of course, I get kicked out, and then you'll know everything. Because that's my MO.
You'll cry into the microphone and tell you in great detail.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't cry. I cried that one time. But Robin Williams had died. Civil War. Yeah, and the ending. So. Yeah, Baron Zemo, I don't really understand. I'm going to split you up. And then Steve disappears with the shield that he didn't take. He left without the shield. Now he has the shield back, even though Tony was next to the shield. But okay, fine.
Didn't Agent 13 give it back to him or something?
No. She wasn't. That was before that. He smashes the arc reactor that's not in Tony's chest anymore. Yeah. Tony can't move because it's all like, oh, they'll need Duracells. And the things he's like, give that back. My daddy made that. And so Taz fuck you, dickhead. You can fucking have your shield that doesn't defy physics. I really like Spider-Man calling that out, by the way.
Yeah.
That doesn't smell. I'm like, yeah, good work.
I like that Spider-Man didn't shut up and Falcon's like, there's not normally this much talking.
Yeah.
We just normally hit each other. It's
but that's one of Spider-Man's superpowers. That, like, in genuinely, I love Spider-Man fighting people. Yeah. He's essentially, like, if we're being honest, and Max Landis has gone into greater detail about why Spider-Man is the best and worst Marvel superhero ever, because he's a bully. Spider-Man is a bully, and he's dealing with. He's an interesting character psychologically, because he's someone that was consistently picked on as a kid, and was always kind of the butt of every joke, and they're like, fucking Parker, you've got no parents, and he was kind of ostracised, and it was weird, and he lived with his aunt and uncle who is becoming increasingly hotter. I don't understand why this is Marvel. I don't know. Like,
I did quite like Stark hitting on his ass.
This is the thing. It's like Marvel have gone, oh, we've realised we're doing this, but now it's a thing that we're going to self-reference. It's like, but you did. All right, okay, fine. You did it. This is fine. Okay. I don't know why. It's going to get to the point where like she's going to be the same age as Peter, and you're like, what the fuck's going on here? Yeah. So anyway, what's on about? I got lost on Peter Parker's hot aunt. Yeah. So he's this kid. Peter's this fucking kid that's ostracized, and then suddenly he gets these powers, and he doesn't know, what the fuck to do with them. But then, he's awkward and he's sciencey and he's nerdy. But when he's got that mask on and when he's in the heat of battle, he can just let all that frustration go. Yeah. He can let all of that go. And I think Spider-Man's one of the strongest characters in the Marvel Universe. There's a thing that Spider-Man can do called the Mark of Cain. Not a lot of people know about it. I wouldn't expect you to. No, but basically, you know how Spider-Man can climb up walls?
Yeah.
He can rip your fucking face off.
Okay.
No, he can. He can, because of the grip he's got.
Thing,
He's essentially got like little. And Spider-Man 2099 does it all the time. Like, he's just a badass.
So just like Silent Hill when he just pulls the foot.
Yes, yeah, he can literally like rip your skin from your fucking thing. But he's done it once.
Yeah.
And I don't fucking get angry at me, nerds. I think it was Kraven the Hunter. He left like a permanent scar on Kraven the Hunter. He's only done it once because he's like terrified. He's terrified of his own powers, and that's the thing about Peter Parker. He's terrified of his own.
He pulls his punches.
Yeah, so he absolutely does. Yeah, because he can lift a fucking house almost. He could punch your heart out through your fucking chest, and he doesn't. But the way he gets away with that, the way that he deals with that is this verbal, this fucking constant barrage of nonsense. And I, for one, when I was a kid, when I was getting beaten up, I was exactly the same. The same. I just wouldn't shut up until you fell over and stopped talking, or I fell over and stopped talking. And because of ADHD, and I was a spindly little fucker, it was normally the other way around. Not to say I didn't get the shit kicked out of me a few times, because I fucking did. But yeah, like I loved, when I was growing up, I loved the Spider-Man TV show in a big way, and I loved the banter and the game, the PS1 game, Rise of Electro. Where you could put in all the different Spidey suits. I was like, this is incredible.
I don't know if I played that one.
Web of Shadows as well.
It was Spider-Man 2 on the PS2.
Nice.
Completely free roaming. That was like the best Spider-Man game they've made.
Web of Shadows is incredible. The only problem with it is like, as the level progresses, the infection rate of the Venom symbiote increases, so like it becomes more dangerous to roam around. So you can't just go, I'm going to go for a fucking web sling.
Is that the one that looks like the Ultimate Spider-Man stuff that looks a bit cell-shaded-ish?
No.
Oh, I can't remember which one that was.
It's I know the one you're talking about. That's something time, Shattered Dimensions. You're thinking?
Oh,
yeah. No, this was literally, you've got like a map of Manhattan, and it was a map of Manhattan that they literally took from like Google Maps and then made into a map and added the Baxter Building. It's a map of Manhattan that you're swinging around and being Spider-Man with, and it's super fluid controls. Super fluid. I've pulled a fucking headphone out. It's super fluid controls, and yeah, if you can find the game, pick it up, because it's fucking ace. Really, really fun game. Anyway, enough about Spider-Man and how he was the best part about Civil War for me. The ending where, so Steve, continuity error aside, Steve's taking the shield back, then writes Tony a note and leaves him a burner phone to go, you ever need me, big boy, give me a call. What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, he's got to get his metallic booty call somehow.
What? like gay subtext aside, what? Like, they've had a massive falling out, and I get that, like, Steve's the fucking forgiving sort, but like, why would you leave? Why would you leave that note? You ever need me, cool. Like, it just erases anything. It just had no point. It renders the whole movie sort of pointless.
It's like the whole fight.
Apart from the fact that now they've got Bucky, which, alright, cool.
And now they know that Bucky killed Stark's parents.
Yeah. And no one died
against his control.
No one died.
Yeah, that kind of pissed me off. I know that the trailer's kind of...
Then another big thing is the big lack of other characters. I mean, I know it's difficult to do, but you can't
it's impossible to do.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
But you can't not with Civil War.
There's an incredible panel in the Civil War comic that has a whole load of heroes and villains coming from the Phantom Zone, and squaring off against each other. And that panel's got to have probably about 100 people in it. It's fucking like loads of anyone, every like minor, major fucking character that you can think of. You're like, holy shit, it's going to go down.
Is that the one just before Thor turns up?
Yeah. And then you get to, you cut to fucking 10 people in a car park, and that fight was fucking great. It was really well done. The shot choices were great. I have a problem with Western action shots, and because of a series called Every Frame a Painting, which talks about the way that Eastern films shoot their action and their fighting, and where you actually see what goes on, as opposed to what's called a jump cut. So I'll go to punch you in a Western film, Jim, and I take the swing, then you'll jump cut to you getting hit. Yeah. And it'll be a different angle. Whereas in like Eastern films, I'll hit you.
They show the impact.
Yeah. And that, when you start looking for that, Daredevil does it really well in the one shot in the hallway in the second episode of the first season, or in the I think it's the third episode of the second season, where they try to do the same thing. Where Daredevil's got
the second season yet.
Well, we're going to watch that fight later because like it's not going to spoil anything. But he takes out an entire biker gang with a gun strapped to his arm and a chain. And he just kicks the shit out of them, and it's brilliant. So I have a bit of a problem with a lot of kind of Western action sequences, and superhero films in particular can be a bit like a computer game. So like Age of Ultron. I mean, how did you feel about the open to Age of Ultron, for example?
The opener,
where it literally
cuts straight in.
Yeah,
it was that bit when they're jumping over the thing, and as they jump, it all slows down, and they're all in one big line, and it's just like, really, you're basically just lining up for a poster shot.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It didn't piss me off, but it was kind of like, I don't know. It seemed quite childish.
Yeah.
In that respect, but it was
lazy. In my opinion.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of clever shot choices or camera trickery or things. Whereas in Civil War, there was some great shot choices. There was some good cinematography. There was some quite beautiful filmmaking in there. But
that's the Russo brothers through and through.
Absolutely. Yeah. So apart, the action sequences were great, if a little bit too CGI. But then again, you've got superpowers and giant men and two Iron Men flying around. So I wasn't expecting like practical effects.
Yeah.
But I just think what I'd really like to see what character, okay, so Civil War aside, because we've got like 10 minutes left. I don't mind running over at all, but I want to talk about a Superman pitch that we came up with as well. Is there one Marvel character that you would like to see a movie of, and how would that movie be stylistically, starting with Smoo?
I don't know about Marvel, but I really want a Wonder Woman standalone.
Well, there's going to be one.
I know, but...
Do you like the premise of the World War II, World War One?
I don't really know that much about it, but I think it looks quite good.
Okay.
But,
cool.
Yeah, but I like... I'm all... Anything... Miss Marvel. I love a Miss Marvel.
Which Miss Marvel?
What am I call her? Is it Danvers?
Yeah, Carol Danvers is it. Yeah, I like Carol Danvers.
She's good.
Yes.
She's good.
It's because you want Kate Sackhoff doing it.
Yeah, I really do. Yeah. I think she'd make a lovely Miss Marvel.
I've forgotten what the Islamic Miss Marvel's called.
I haven't read any of the news.
I'm a terrible human being. I should probably remember her name. But I thought that would be a really interesting, in the same way that Deadpool was like quite an interesting self-referencing thing. You could totally do like a really cool Miss Marvel of that ilk. Maybe do a team up with like Squirrel Girl, or just like the bonkers ridiculousness of Marvel. In the same way, like comics are dumb. Fucking include that, because if you include all the dumb shit in comics and just accept it, you just go, all right, it's comics.
Yeah.
Then you get a better outcome. Like the more faithful you are to the source material, however dumb it is, there's a reason these comics are popular. There's a reason these comics sold everywhere. And if you bring that in to the film universe, then more people are going to go and read the comics, and then we won't have comic book shops that are closing down, and they are. Yeah. We won't have this. Comic book shops are going the way of e-cigarettes. What's happening is you're getting these pop-up shops that literally have racking. On the left-hand side of the shop is like bags, t-shirts, pop fucking vinyls, a couple of figurines, and maybe a cup, like a mug or something.
And some posters.
You might get some... Yeah, you'll definitely get some posters. You might get a couple of board games, like the big 5 board games that are popular. Ticket to Ride, King of Tokyo, Pandemic. Yeah. And then you get like a wall of comic books. And they're normally like single issues of the of the current run of stuff. All on the racking. You know, the place is lifeless. You have some dude with a beard or some skinny dude with tattoos working behind the counter, and they don't like.
And
usually
they're
enough.
Elitist fucking arseholes as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Or they don't care. You know what I mean? Or they don't care because they're going, "Oh, I'm in this for the money," and it's a fucking shame. It's a shame, and they're going to implode because I think comics as a medium, the big two especially, are going to implode because what's going on is that both Time Warner and Disney are pouring all of their money and all of their resources into these movies, and that's fucking great because I love seeing Batman kick the shit out of Superman on the big screen. I love seeing Superman get angrier. I love watching fucking those incredible acrobatics with Captain America, the weird free running and shit, like fucking all of that on toast. Yes, absolutely. But I think if they're going to continue rebooting every 5 years because kids don't remember the first set of movies, so they need to be they need to be reintroduced to the characters. If you keep rebooting it, you're just going to alienate the people that have been buying comics for you for years. When the new 52 came in, loads of people left because people were pissed off that they weren't going to get their Batman number 600, you know, and other comic books as well. I just think that comics are going to implode and these shops are going to die as well because at some point there's going to be one too many flops, and we have had what I would call flops, films that were a bit mediocre, where the layman has gone, yeah, no, that was all right, but like it's not something that I'll go and see again. Like Age of Ultron, like Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. Shit.
Yeah, it was bad.
I didn't mind
really
Age of Ultron, but it's just.
How many times did you watch Avengers?
The first one.
Yeah.
I've seen it at least about 20 or 30 times.
How many times have you seen Age of Ultron?
About 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like a super Marvel fan.
A little bit.
I've seen Age of Ultron once. I've seen the original Avengers maybe 10, 12 times.
I've seen Age of Ultron 4 times. I've seen Deadpool since that came out about 20 as well.
Yeah.
Deadpool I've been a little bit obsessive over.
What would be your movie? What would be your what character, Marvel character do you want to see brought sort of to light?
Well, you kind of got that with Deadpool, didn't you?
Deadpool was the one that I've been waiting for that movie for so long, but now they've made it and it's so good. I kind of have to assert my focus somewhere else. But I've been looking forward to Doctor Strange, but obviously that's coming out now as well. But yeah, Doctor Strange was another one where I always wanted to know more about that character, and again, they're already making it. So
yeah, absolutely.
I kind of have. I've been getting
your wishes have been granted.
I've basically been getting my wishes. Yeah. So of the ones that I haven't seen yet,
you've been bumming the people at Marvel, just like just fucking make my movies.
Pretty much. Yeah. No. Of the ones that haven't come out yet, I know it's been teased with Deadpool, but I want to see Cable.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's just. Because they're basically going to bring in time travel into everything because they have to.
Yeah,
and he's just so powerful. But because he's so stoic, I want to see him and Deadpool together. Obviously,
yeah.
Because they're just the perfect double act. Kind of like I want to see Deadpool and Spider-Man at the same time too, because they're kind of perfect for each other.
That'd be interesting.
But because they're already kind of on the cards, I haven't sort of found a new. Well, I say a new thing, a thing that I don't know enough about to focus on. So I'm going to say Cable at the moment because I've always enjoyed Cable.
Okay.
What about you?
I would like to see either a Power Man and Iron Fist movie.
Ooh, that'd be good.
But like what?
There is.
I know we're going to see the Defenders. And then
No. There is. I can't remember what's shooting at the moment, but Nathan Fillion has been shooting something for a Marvel movie. I can't remember what it is.
Yes, it's Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. He's going to be.
Guardians.
What's the guy's name? Is it? It's not Power Man, is it? Because Power Man's Luke Cage.
Yeah.
But who's Nathan Fillion going to be? He's
something to do with Nova Corps.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
He might be Nova, but he might not be.
I know that his character started off as a villain,
Yeah.
and then became a hero later.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
I can't remember off the top of my head, but no, I saw he was doing that.
Yeah.
Just cast Nathan Fillion as fucking Green Lantern already. Really,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
real. If you've heard
Tony
his voice,
Gibson want to do it
yeah.
for some reason. He's petitioning for it.
I'm alright with Tyrese Gibson being Jon Stewart, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Hal Jordan's an incredible I think Malcolm.
Nathan
For
Fillion.
fuck's sake! I think Malcolm Reynolds. I think that Nathan Fillion. I think that Captain Hammer is an incredible. I think that Malcolm Reynolds would make an incredible Hal Jordan, and he's already proved it. He's done voice acting for some of the Justice League movies, the animated ones, which DC kicked the shit out of Marvel on. By the way, like Marvel's animated movies are terrible.
DC are much better. At
DC are
Yeah.
brilliant. Brilliant at them. You know, we've got the fucking Killing Joke coming out soon. I've literally went today and bought Batman Year One and Under the Red Hood to show Jim and Smoo because they're not really, au fait with the Bat canon, so to speak, which he would never use because he doesn't use guns unless it's the 60s. I saw an incredible piece of merchandise the other day. There was a Batman pencil case. So what would a Batman pencil case look like, guys?
A Batmobile, probably, maybe.
Nope.
No.
Try again.
Black with the Batman on and Batman written on it.
No. This is from like
Is
the
it going to be like a gun
60s.
shape?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's his.
With Batman, it's a clear gun with Batman pencils in it, and then on the front cover there's Batman like running away, turning around with a gun, and it's like,
okay,
it's awful. Yeah. Well, he did used to use guns. Yeah, he did. He used to be like some fucking just a vigilante crime fighter who had like gadgets. It was a bit James Bond, especially in the 70s. With
can I just say, I'd just like to share my love for Cesar Romero in Batman. Actually, fucking beautiful.
Okay,
I just love it.
Ooh.
Love it.
Well, Dark Knight.
That was like my Sunday morning. I fucking loved it.
Excellent. We should just do a whole thing about how we're going to improve films, because I've fixed Suicide Squad as well. Remind me of that in a second. So the reason why Power Man and Iron Fist would work really well is because of the action pieces would be incredible. Like I'd probably want like Jet Li or Sammo Hung to direct the action pieces because I want to see Iron Fist kick the shit out of people Chinese style.
Jet Li would be awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So literally have Finn Jones play Danny if you want. Like I'm down with that. Like dude's a fucking riot. Met him last year at LFCC. We did some interviews with him for Geek Pride, and the dude's a fucking legend. Like he just gets drunk and hangs out, and he's just a.
Is he the one that had bets about?
Yeah, just about Jon Snow's death. Yeah. I think he owes Geary like fucking a tenner or something. So yeah, like good,
Geary, get your money.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. Yeah, well, we fucking need it. He's good.
Mike, if you're that desperate, I got a job for you.
All right.
Want my windows done.
I just thought you were going to wrap my left arm in tinfoil and make me look like the Winter Soldier.
We should totally do that.
Yeah,
before or after you rip
so
it
much. After ripping it off, I just like wear it in a cast. So fucking I'd love to see those action pieces be incredible. And if you really get like, it would essentially be a buddy cop movie.
Basically, Lethal Weapon, but with superheroes.
Yes, exactly. And then we get
Richard Donner directing it, maybe.
Yeah, and then we get cameos from Daredevil and
totally.
Wolverine's in a bar somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Like
telling everyone to fuck off.
Yeah. And then maybe Wolverine, like Luke Cage taps him on the wrist and he fucking shink, and he's just like, get the fuck off me, man. Come on. Like, don't pull that shit in here. I don't know who played Luke Cage. I'd like a bigger guy than the dude who's currently playing Luke Cage. I'm not saying that the dude who's playing Luke Cage at the minute isn't great, because from what I've seen, he's brilliant. In Jessica Jones, he was fantastic.
Before he passed away, I mean, I reckon Michael Clark, is it Duncan Clark or Clark Duncan? I can't remember which.
I don't know.
He's the size.
He might be too big.
You think? He was massive, wasn't he?
C.T. Fletcher. That'd be fucking hilarious. Man can't act for shit. It'd just be C.T. Fletcher. No, it's too much of a fucking fan cast.
Tracy Morgan.
Anyway, so fucking Terry Crews.
Terry Crews is probably the right size.
Yeah,
that's about it.
No, he needs to look meaner, and Terry Crews can't look mean. As much as Terry Crews, I wouldn't want to fucking bump into him in a dark alley. He can't do mean. Yeah, so like that would be awesome. I think that would probably be the Marvel movie that I'd want to see.
Probably
made.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing what they're doing with Iron Fist. I know it's series, but I've been impressed by what Netflix have done with the Marvel properties so far.
Man.
So.
Yeah. Daredevil in particular has been exquisite.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a couple more things on the agenda. Let's talk about
the movie.
What
movie?
Your Superman pitch.
Right. Okay. So we had an idea when we were walking. Basically, we saw this old dude. Like, who old?
He was old.
He was
man.
old.
Sat there, kind of like wizened, old,
Looked like he was gonna
sage-looking
die any
motherfucker.
second.
Yeah. But he had a key ring on
his zip,
wrapped around
coat.
his zipper, and it was a little Superman symbol. And I was like, oh, pardon me. I was like, fuck. I was like, yeah. The old just make me throw up. I just can't handle it. I just all over him. I had this idea that like, wouldn't it be incredible because Superman ages. You know, he's only a Kryptonian. Like he's not going to fucking live forever. He ages. He ages.
To live forever.
Not Superman, because eventually the yellow sun would burn out and he'd die. But like Superman would get, he's going to get fucking old. It will take hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And I love this idea of like this cold open with Superman like in a park, or just this old dude in a fucking park, and he's got maybe like a little keyring on with the Superman logo on it, or he's got like
in a wheelchair.
He's got it
Don't forget, 'cause Wonder
that's for
Woman.
later. That's for later. That's for fucking later. And he's just reminiscing, and like the idea of just this old, wizened, thin Superman, who's everyone he's ever loved is dead. They've been dead for fucking years and years and years. And then you get to have a look at like maybe the descendants of the heroes or the new Justice League and stuff, and they don't know who the fuck he is. It's
Wouldn't
just
it be
this
like
old
the
dude.
New Justice League?
Yeah, absolutely. And it would be really interesting. Like you watch this, like maybe for a short film, maybe for a short film. But I mean, I could turn this into a film. He goes to visit the museum, the Justice League museum, and they're like, oh fucking, that's Clark.
Oh, you remember the day?
Yeah. It'll just go, oh, they used to be great. Maybe it has like a moment with a kid and stuff. And yeah, but Wonder Woman doesn't age.
Yeah,
like she's made of fucking clay. She's magic, so she doesn't age. So I love this idea of like Wonder Woman, who once loved him with a terrible passion. She described him as a god. They had literally thunderous, incredible sex and had this intense love affair. And she now looks after him. She now takes him for walks in the park because he can't move so well anymore.
Changes his colostomy bag.
No, come on, come on.
So has he lost all his powers though when he's old? Though?
I mean, if he keeps using those powers, he'll burn out. There's only so much energy that his cells can withstand. There's only so many times your cells can regenerate, and he's got that power for the yellow sun, and that yellow sun is keeping him alive. Essentially, he's like an old dying plant. That's why he's out in the park.
Yeah.
He's not just out there reminiscing about old times.
You thought he just wanted to play chess.
He's sitting in the sun just to stay fucking alive.
Yeah.
Just to stay alive. And maybe you've got the son of the son of the son of the son of Lex Luthor who comes and plays chess with him.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe Brainiac appears later on and destroys the entire Justice League because they've got cocky. That they've eliminated most evil. They're like, fucking, we're the fucking like super silver awesome Justice League. We're fucking you've got Superboys. Superboy would be old enough now to be like an older advisor to this new Justice
super
League.
Middle-aged.
Yeah, like Super Podge. Fucking
too many beers.
Yeah, absolutely. And Hal Jordan's kids from when he became Parallax. His energy children would probably come down and look after it. It's from the Dark Knight Returns, or no, the Dark Knight Strikes Back.
Any of this shit.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You've got all these kids, and they're arrogant, they're cocky, they're like fucking. We're gods. We've defeated any kind of evil. Earth is super fucking protected. We've got the Watchtower, and the Watchtower's turned into like the fortress. Fucking. Remember they call it the Fortress of Solitude, and it's just this massive organization, and they've destroyed all evil because one of the regimes of the Justice League just went, oh fuck this noise, kill everyone who threatens the Earth, kill them. So you've got all you've got the dead, but Brainiac just fucking rocks up and is like, I collect worlds. Like, I've been away for thousands of years, and I sense the presence of one more Kryptonian, and I need to find him. And Superman's so weak that you wouldn't see it. And then third act, you get to this thing where Supes has got to go. I've got to put the suit on one more time. And it's like the Dark Knight Returns, but with the Man of Steel. And the Man of Steel has to one more time fight to save, and he's got the tactics. The dude was fucking trained by Batman. Like, he's still got all these memories and all those things. And then obviously Superman would die, and you'd call it the true death of Superman, or something, or Steel's End, or something that sounds like a porn parody.
Does a bit,
but I think that would be fucking cool. That would be cool. That would just be awesome. And then there's only one person at his grave, because only one person remembers him. That's Wonder Woman, and she's like, now I will leave this world of men because there's nothing left for me here.
I think it would be a beautiful thing.
It would never get made. It'd be an incredible comic, and it's nowhere near like Max Landis's Death and Return of Superman, which is an incredible. If you watch it online, I know I'm up Landis's arse all the time, but the man's a genius. Watch that pitch. It's incredible. In fact, we might watch it tonight because I think it's so cool. Right, okay. Lastly, and if there's and we'll get to you guys. If you think there's a way that you could fix a film, then fucking we'll tack it onto this. But I just want to talk about Suicide Squad because I haven't. It's a hot mess, as we're aware. It looks like it might be okay because David Ayer's directing it, and I trust him as a director. But Goya's written the script, and Goya's a terrible script writer. All the bad parts of Batman v Superman are Goya's fault, really. Slash Snyder for being like grimdark, but I'm alright with Snyder because he's got a special place in my heart. He sounds like Ray Romano, and you can't be mad at someone who's like, oh hey, I made this film about Batman and Superman, and
do you not mean Kermit the Frog?
They're really gonna that's like up here. So I made a Batman v Superman, and
Okay, Johnny.
What?
Duani.
What? I'm not your performing monkey! And then Batman's gonna fight Superman, yay! And then Miss Piggy like, no, come on, Kermit, you can't direct Batman v Superman!
Just for reference, listeners, when Mike comes to visit, we have a bet on how long it'll take him to do Arnie.
Absolutely. And
it's always under an hour. Once, it was in the first 3 minutes, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
I don't get any of the kickback from this. I'm just a fucking performing chimp. No, I'm not doing Arnie. Fuck you all. Right, so Suicide Squad, right? Fucking Suicide Squad. The plot of the film is that the Joker is up to no good because fucking it's the Joker, and you're like, oh fuck, and weirdness. Harley knows him best, and she's like, I'm going to help you track him down. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, they walk into a trap. This is like Act 2. They walk into a trap. Their powers are utterly fucking destroyed, and it's almost like they're taken down in a way that you would expect Batman to take them down. It's like the Joker knew exactly what to do to eliminate each of these people with clinical fucking precision. You're like, this is crazy, and maybe a throwaway comment's made like it's like the Bat's involved or something. It would be cleverer than that, you know.
No, they've shot flashback bits.
Yeah. But I mean, that's important, and I use those flashback bits to reveal something towards the last bit of the movie. Yeah. But anyway, so everyone's fucking incapacitated. Maybe someone dies. Kill the fucking kill the witch, the weird witch girl, who I don't know her name. I don't know DC Comics enough. Apparently, I thought I was pretty au fait with Suicide Squad, but I don't remember her being in it. No. But whoever she is, she fucking dies. You see her spirit go up, and it's all CG and interesting. And maybe she'll be back later because of the astral plane or ghosts or whatever, because it's DC and magic. Woo. Anyway, so Harley's fucking tied up. She's fucking like, oh, what's going on, mate? Her clothes are ripped because men need to see that because fan service.
Not just men.
Boobs.
So
boobs make money.
So the Joker's like walking up to her and he's like, you know, I'm gonna make you hurt. I'm gonna make you hurt real bad. You're gonna pay for what you did. And there's an exchange and it's all very intense and maybe he kisses her and then he's like, okay, time to say goodbye, and he goes to put the knife in, and just before the knife enters Harley's ribs, you hear a bang.
Yeah.
And you hear the sound of the knife drop out of Joker's hand, and Joker looks down, and in his chest there's a pole.
Okay.
Suddenly from that pole unrolls a little flag. Flag says the word
bang.
Bang. Joker falls to his knees, and behind him there's a silhouette. And from the darkness, out of the silence, suddenly goes, "Well, Jason, you've had a fun run. Time for the real work to begin." And the real Joker steps out from behind the shadows. Yeah. And we realise that this has been Jason Todd the entire time, that the Joker's been fucking with his mind. And the Joker's final joke was to turn Batman's greatest ally into his worst enemy. And Jason dies, clutching at the bang, clutching at the last joke. He frees Harley, they go on a fucking spree, Batman stops them. That's how you fix the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I don't know, because they didn't Warner Brothers release a picture of the Robin suit from Batman v Superman?
Yeah.
On the 27th of April?
Yeah. Joke's on you.
Yeah, but they released it on the 27th of April, which is Todd's death date, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. From what I've read.
Thing is, like Jason Todd is such an interesting character because his coming back, the way that he came back and his subsequent, and I won't tell you if you don't know who he is because it's relevant for later in our day, not in the podcast. The way that Jason Todd came back was a fuck you. It was a rebellion against the fans of DC, because if you don't know, Jason Todd was voted. It was the only time that they voted in the comic book. There was an explosion, and it said, "If you want Jason Todd to die, ring this number. If you want Jason Todd to live, you ring this number." And the fans literally phoned in and had a vote, and the fans voted for Jason Todd to die. And what's really interesting is the way that he came back and just went, "Fuck you. I'm almost as powerful as Batman. Also, I've got secret magic ninja powers now." Jason Todd, Red Hood and the Outlaws is an incredible book. The first 18 issues of it are really, really good, and then it kind of becomes this weird shit show. But Red Hood and the Outlaws is incredible. Yeah. Arsenal's great. Starfire's great. You've got these outcasts from the Teen Titans, these second-rate characters being brought into the limelight and going on weird space adventures, and it's great. Yeah, it's really, really good. Okay. Lastly, are there any films that you'd want to fix, and how would you fix them? And then I think we could probably shuffle off into the night and carry on with the rest of our day.
I love Civil War, but I'd fix it by giving it a different title.
Okay.
Different title, yeah. No, that would work.
Right, okay.
Oh.
Is there anything you change about the story to Civil War, that movie? Is there anything you change?
Yeah, there needs to be so much more about the hidden identities and the signing up and what it would cost to sign up. And that was just skipped.
The media attention.
Yeah.
The fact that everything was in the book, everything is publicised, so it was all very, very public as to who was coming out and
in the movie themselves. It was just, Steve's got a bit of morals, he can't really do it. Never mind.
And in the book you had all these sort of secret underground meetings with Cap and Punisher and people, and Punisher going completely off the rails and killing loads of people, and Cap chewing them out, and it was just all of these sort of little underground meetings never happened.
And all the minor characters that were just popping up and popping in and choosing a side. It was just, it makes it. I don't think they should have attempted it. I don't think they should have. Yeah, it's a good movie, but I think they should have left Civil War well alone, because it can't be done.
Okay.
You could, to be fair, you could have gotten away with leaving the movie as it is and changing the title.
Yeah.
And then people who've read Civil War will be like,
"That's a nod
to Civil War." It's a nod to Civil War. And we would have probably been more accepting of that.
Absolutely.
Because in When Soldier came out, when you had that elevator scene,
that
elevator. I mean, because that came from Civil War as well. And I watched that and I thought, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That was probably my favourite scene.
It did. We came out of the cinema going, "Oh man, that was beautiful."
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, having the nod would have been absolutely fine. But when you try and use the moniker, it goes a bit wrong.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think.
Okay.
But in terms of movies to change, I'm gonna have to think.
And whoever scripted and shot and directed, I'm not great with those kind of people. Whoever did Fantastic Four, just go away and die somewhere, please.
I think it might have been Goya, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'll dig
cool.
the hole. You can just fall in it. It's all
okay. Wicked. Well, thanks for having a little listen to three geeks rambling on, mostly me.
Mostly Mike, could have thought.
Again, sorry, fuck off, yeah. I'm single and sad.
So ladies, call this number.
Absolutely. If you if you want to get in touch, you can comment below on the YouTube on the YouTube. I mean, just in general, like, not to hook up with me, but I mean, you know, if you want to hook up with me,
I am available.
So yeah, cool. Big thanks to you guys. Always a pleasure having you on.
Always a pleasure being on.
You're welcome.
Maybe we'll try and get you on in another 10 episodes time.
Yep.
Although
seriously, that would fit my OCD perfectly.
Although, wouldn't you want to be on like episode 69? Because
totally
you're
would.
childish.
Yeah,
so
totally would.
yeah, cool. We'll call it the Boing
We're
episode.
childish.
Excellent. Right. Well, thank you very much for listening.
Naked?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
There was going to be a podcast naked. But we'll talk about that another time. I have been Mike Orvis.
I've been Smoo.
I've been Jim.
Keep it geek and see you next week.
Ciao.